barricade, Joe Martinez has the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on Versus from the sold-out Arco Arena in Sacramento, California, Bud Light presents to you the moment we've all been waiting for. 5 rounds for the WEC Featherweight Championship of the World. Brought to you by Bud Light, Ultimate Refreshment, Superior Drinkability, in association with the Dark Custom World of Harley-Davidson. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, Executive Officer Armando Garcia. The chairman is Tim Noonan. Inspector at ringside, Frank Munoz. The physicians are Dr. Gary Furness, Dr. Cesar Banda, and Dr. Stephen Fox. The timekeepers in charge of the horn, Ed Coyantes and Stan Gordon. The 3 judges scoring dismounted cage side on the 10-point must system are Nelson Hamilton, Richard Bertrand, and Marcos Rosales. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready and the fighters are ready for the sold-out Arco Arena and the millions watching live on Versus. Sacramento, make some noise! Are you ready? Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in officially 145 pounds. Professional record, 22 victories, 8 defeats, and 1 bout even. Fighting out of Bettendorf, Iowa, here is a former UFC champion, Jens Lebo Pulver. Next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He is a mixed martial artist. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, he weighed in 144 and 1/2 pounds. As a professional, he has tasted defeat just 1 time in 21 professional bouts. Bringing 20 victories into the cage, he is the fighting pride of Sacramento, California. He is the reigning and defending WEC Featherweight Champion of the World, the California Kid, Urijah. Referee in charge of the action, Josh Rosenthal.
All right, gentlemen, we've gone over your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands all times. Defend yourselves all times. Touch gloves, go back, and let's do this.
The wait is over. The belt is on the line. Will it be Jens Pulver or the California Kid Urijah Faber? We're about ready to find out. This one's scheduled for 5 rounds.
Ready? Let's fight!
And Frank, right off the bat, what I noticed is Urijah Faber not quite as aggressive as he has been in the past 3 or 4 fights.
Oh, that is a nice right
Big
hand.
straight right.
He's not going to run straight in on Jens Pulver. Not when he has that left hand cocked like that. That's a great strike to throw. The right roundhouse, because it keeps it, nullifies Jens Pulver's left hand. He has to block that kick, and if he's blocking it with his left hand, he's not throwing it. That was a nice knee. One to the hip there, return the favor, Jens Pulver's.
And we've seen Urijah do crazy stuff in the clinches before.
He does. He has great head control, though. You see how he's got his head in there? Very difficult. Nice uppercut. Again, the right hand. This is the nicest I've seen Urijah Faber stand up. Look. Wow.
He is just teeing off right now on Jens Pulver.
He's coming in like a Bernard Hopkins type right hand. He's ducking his head, makes it safe. It's hard to retaliate back, and he's firing that right hand right behind it. It's like a double weapon.
Faber giving Pulver all kinds of angles to look at here early on, and Faber with a slip.
That's, I think, an indication of how that fight was going. The fact that Jens Pulver was quick to take advantage of that slip and jump on top of it. A lot of people would probably have thought, including myself, that he would have wanted this fight to stay on its feet, but Urijah Faber is winning the fight on the feet.
Let's not forget Jens Pulver is a former Division I wrestler from Boise State University. He's no slouch on the mat, but I agree with you. I think he'd rather keep this thing on his feet.
I don't think that that's the same feeling he's having now, though. The fact that he took it down like that showed that he needed to catch his wits about it.
And an inadvertent poke in the eye. That shows the mutual respect, and I think the best comment we heard was, you know, I respect the guy, but I still want to knock his block off.
That's it. When you two guys go in there in mixed martial arts, you just want to fight, find out more about yourself, test yourself. There's no animosity needed. You just go out there and you go to war. Nice right hand to the body, but left hook, lead hook, right hand back. Jens Pulver throwing it to the body of Urijah Faber. Man, Urijah Faber's really got that right hand working for him right now. Lead straight right.
Jens comes up with a big knee, you're right.
That's a good answer for that fact that Urijah is ducking his head in.
I'm telling you what, the heavy hands of Urijah Faber is something we haven't seen in a while.
We haven't had to.
Granted,
his formula of fighting, of just taking his opponent down, overwhelming him with takedowns, and crushing them with his ground and pound or submissions has always worked. Now we've seen him. That's the great thing about being in a tough fight. We get to see more of what the champ is made of. We never knew he could box like this. Now he's in a situation where he has to.
He's cocking that right hand and coming at all kinds of angles with Pulver. Brings in a knee. Jens Pulver with great exchange returns as well.
Great stand-up from Urijah. I'm really impressed. We know Jens was good on his feet. He's boxed professionally. Very well versed with the hands and kicks. There again, the straight lead right hand.
And a combination as he comes back.
A left hook and slip to counter straight left by Jens.
A wry smile from Jens Pulver, but Urijah Faber continues to come with combinations.
Nice body kick.
With less than a minute to go here, Urijah Faber barely looks winded. We've talked about his conditioning. It is world class.
He can't get tired. I think it's humanly impossible for him. Spinning bag knuckle. There we go. Nice combination retaliation from Jens. Best combination so far of the match for him.
What a revelation the stand-up attack of Urijah Faber has been. You bring up a good point, Frank. We haven't had to see it over the last 4 fights because they've all ended in the first round by submission.
Here we see him against a top-quality guy, one of the other best fighters in the world in this weight class. And this is the great thing about seeing this. Look at this. We're seeing the best of Urijah Faber being brought out and the best of Jens Pulver.
Less than 10 seconds to go here in round number 1. We're going to round 2 with the featherweight belt on the line back at Arco Arena in Sacramento live in just a moment. Live back in Sacramento, California, we're set for round number 2 of a featherweight title bout between that man, Jens Pulver, the challenger, and the defending champion, Urijah Faber.
Urijah's definitely setting up a lot of things.
Unintentional kick from Urijah Faber. Jens stepped into it, and Uriah's foot was already there. Just looking at it one more time.
Urijah was trying to throw an inside leg kick here. You can see it coming across. He was trying to go, and he just came too deep. It's a matter of inches to mess that kick up. It truly is that unintentional. But going back to what Urijah might be setting up now, the fact he's firing that straight right hand, he's being very successful with it. He's got Jens distracted from what we thought Urijah would do in the first place, which make this a ground fight. Now he's going to lull Jens into a stand-up fight, and let's see if any of those right hands ends up turning into a takedown. Pretty good ball.
Frank has got his crystal ball working well tonight. Urijah Faber now going to what we thought it would be in round number 1, an all-out assault on Jens Pulver, but the veteran Pulver, he knows exactly what's coming, he knows how to defend it.
Yeah, this is the worst place to be with Urijah Faber. Him on top of you, against the cage. He is a master of this position. Very strong, great jiu-jitsu. He can pass, he can strike, and he just hits so hard from this position and doesn't get tired. Some guys will lay on you. They're taking a break here. He ain't taking a break. He's looking to go ahead and put your head through the mat.
Constantly moving, Urijah Faber. Jens Pulver trying to find a way out or just to neutralize what Urijah Faber is able to do down here.
He's doing a good job. He got that left overhook. He's got Uriah's right arm pinned. It's doing decent. He's not taking a lot of damage. I've seen a lot of people a lot worse off than wear in that position. Guys, he just got up to his feet. Now easy feet against the champ.
Great work by Jens Pulver, getting this back onto its feet.
Uriah's winning the stand-up for her, and Jens just got up from the bottom being held down. Nullified Urijah Faber's ground and pound, really.
During the first round break, Jens Pulver's corner said they want to see more kicks from him.
I think to nullify the head movement of Urijah Faber. His head's moving so nicely. It's hard to hit that with a punch, but he can raise a kick up or a knee and it takes a wide angle shot at it. Vicious uppercut left hook. Wow.
Faber going to town on Jens Pulver.
There's a flying knee again. What a chin from Jens to take that shot and keep in this right now. Did you see the arm? Oh, what an uppercut.
Trying to regroup, and Faber's going to town. He's teeing off on Little Evil.
Wow. Jens Pulver's a hero. Look at that, holding off in that onslaught. The champ was going after him. Not many guys in the world would still be here right now. That's amazing, and he's throwing back.
Jens a little slow in the feet right now. You see, and now he's giving it right back to Urijah, and I gotta guess Faber's saying, "You gotta be kidding me!"
Wow,
big up
turnaround. Is Urijah a little hurt?
Tags him again.
Jens has a good choke from this position. We've seen it against Cub Swanson. He's really improved upon his jiu-jitsu. Not a place for Urijah to rest. He's starting to pull the arm through. He's starting to set up. Look at that. He's getting the arm through. Uriah's identified it. He's hitting a short drag to take the back. He has the hips. Urijah moved in front, though. I don't understand that one.
Frank, we are just flat out seeing the best in the business right here.
Oh, and now Uriah's coming back.
Working those angles again on Jens Pulver.
I think Urijah maybe had to take a little bit of a break, caught some shots when he was going in after Jens, but now it looks like both have recouped. Look at that right hand of Urijah Faber. It's a hammer, it's fast. His right hand now looks just as much of a factor in this fight as we thought Jens Pulver's left hand was going to be.
20 more seconds. Jens Pulver looking for that break that's coming. Urijah Faber trying to bring on the onslaught right now. And he just can't set him down. And that's it. We will go to a third round. Pulver and Faber head-to-head. Back inside Arco Arena, the partisan fans cheering for Urijah Faber, but if you're mixed martial artist fans, you've got to be impressed with Jens Pulver.
This fight has been everything it's been built up to be.
Round number 3 underway. We are scheduled for 5. This for the WEC featherweight title of the world. The defending champion, Urijah Faber, takes a big kick from Jens Pulver. And Frank, I gotta tell you, with about 30 seconds to go, I thought Jens Pulver was done. Faber was throwing everything at him.
He was, and then he came back, and Jens looked like he had Urijah in trouble. And then it turned once more. This fight's going back and forth.
Great sprawl by Jens Pulver.
Wow, the speed.
Look how quick. And the recovery by Pulver.
Right now, one difference I'm seeing so far in this fight is pure quickness. Urijah Faber is quick. That seems to be the element right now that's affecting Jens. He has the height and reach advantage, but the speed and quickness with Urijah closing the distance and firing that straight right down is just difficult to deal with. Look at that right hand down the middle
straight
again.
right, and Jens Pulver says, bring some more. Urijah Faber happy to oblige. Nice uppercut.
Got caught with the left uppercut.
There is a nervous anticipation inside a sold-out Arco Arena. I think a lot of people did not think this would go to the 3rd round.
Oh, fake shot, right hand. Perfect classic combination in MMA. Urijah ducking his head again. He's eating 2 uppercuts now. Urijah was hurt there for a second. He might have been, but he covered it up so well with that Anderson Silva type rising there. And what a phenomenal body kick. Doing it again. That's going to take its toll. That's all shin across the ribs.
And Pulver just keeps on coming.
Great hips from Jens. Great wrestling. Able to take it on top. Urijah has the underhook though, and the whip. Urijah needs to get his shoulder deeper in the underhook. If he gets his shoulder deeper, he can nullify that wizard.
Jens Pulver now working that right elbow to the head of Urijah Faber.
He has to be careful. He's keeping his hips flat perfectly. That's how you
fully
stop.
Sprawled out.
Yeah, it's fully sprawled out, but he has to be careful. If he sprawls too much, Urijah can pull him over the top. Come up for the single. Nice. Urijah needs to get his head up, though, to avoid any kind of choke. Butterfly guard sweep. Urijah nullified, and he might just get the mount from this position.
2 Division I stud wrestlers, and look at that. Across the front, Urijah Faber with a vicious elbow.
Urijah taking a rest here. Well, take it back. Looks like he was resting.
Exactly what Jens was thinking.
Yeah, I guess Jens thought the same thing I thought. Maybe the guy was actually going to take a breather. Jens going to push off and get his left foot across, go for the shoulder lock. He's flat on his back now. This is not good for Jens. There he goes. Moving to his hip. He's going to go the butterfly sweep again. He's locked his hands behind the head. If he can get his hips, his butt scooted between the legs of Urijah, he can elevate him up and try to sweep him to his left. Jens holding on. I think he just wants to get a referee to stop this over.
Stand him up.
Yeah, get a stand up.
Urijah gets one more elbow in. Josh Rosenthal says stand it up.
Look at the side of Jens Pulver's right side of his face. Those left hooks are just taking their toll. Right now, get his right hand back up.
Frank, you may not love him in Sacramento, but Jens Pulver, you got to respect this guy. What a warrior.
There's nothing to respect for this guy. This guy is put. This is the first time we've seen Urijah Faber in a war.
What a revelation, Urijah Faber's stand-up game. Everyone else in the featherweight division now in the WEC saying, "Bro, great." Yeah. He's got that too.
Now what? Now what do you do?
Coming up on 10 seconds to go, and this is the 3rd round. We're scheduled for 5.
I think Urijah's noticing that eye too. Look, he came with that lead hook.
We're going to a 4th round here in Sacramento. Stick around and find out how this one shakes down. Round number 4 underway here in the featherweight title bout between Jens Pulver and Urijah Faber. Frank, I don't even dare go to where you have this thing scored so far because it has been an absolute war of attrition, a complete, absolute war. And Jens Pulver has answered the bell every time. Urijah Faber's thrown almost everything at him, and Faber takes a big left to the side of the head. Pulver comes in. Great combination.
Oh. I have Urijah winning this fight. He's edged out each round. It's a close fight, but round by round, there has to be one winner in that round. So even though that we might see this be, a 50 to 20, 45 fight, it's because he's edging out each round. You can't just sit there and go on a total of that it's close. No matter how close a round is, if one guy wins it, he wins the round. And if it's really close and he wins the next round, now it's 28 to 30. He wins the next round, even if it's barely, now it's 30 to 27. And right now I have this a 30-27 fight. It's a close fight, but Urijah's doing
just enough to get him.
He's winning. He's landing more shots. You can just look at the difference in the guy's face. Jens Pulver's been on the more of the abusive end now. He's also not scored as many takedowns, and on the ground, Urijah Faber's been more effective with the strikes. He's landing more kicks, landing more punches.
But I guess what's the most shocking thing, Frank, watching here ringside, cage side, is the punishment Jens Pulver's taken over those first 3 rounds, and he's still coming.
Comes from a hard camp. Military's camp trains hard. They beat each other up. This stuff right now that's happening in the ring, this is not the first time this has happened to him. He's not in new waters. He's used to being in wars.
Oh, the partisan sellout crowd right now is firmly behind Urijah Faber. A bit anxious because I think a lot of people here thought he would end this thing in the first 3 rounds. And here we are.
Slipped the hand through a nice right counter. I think the left hooks are really going to start scoring for him. I don't see how Jens is able to see those right now with the state that his eye is in. Urijah just needs to still be careful. Jens Pulver still a powerful one knockout punch type of guy.
Keeping an eye on that left of Jens Pulver.
He's beating him up with the right roundhouse too. That's one way of keeping a guy's left hand from firing out. Keep firing into his rib cage. Keep firing shots to his head. Nice takedown. He was kind of shooting for the hips, came across the outside leg hook.
Yep.
And this again, now when we hit the ground, Jens is also, it's a close fight on the ground, but Urijah is just landing some shots that are doing damage. So far, Jens hasn't landed any shots on the ground yet and hasn't had any close submission attempts. So again, it's a close fight, but right now Urijah Faber's edging out this round.
Jens has made the mistake several occasions of taking this opportunity to rest, looking over to his corner, trying to get something. And when as soon as he does that, Urijah comes over the top of an elbow.
Like I was talking about earlier, it's hard to train for a guy like Urijah because it's normal for guys in certain positions. You have that like unspoken agreement when you clinch and you hold, and you know you're both resting. Urijah Faber doesn't need to rest really; he just keeps firing shots off. So where a normal guy in your gym would rest, he doesn't. So you get programmed for that. It's impossible to train for a guy with conditioning like him because who mimics it? Who in Jens Pulver's gym can push at the pace Urijah Faber can push at?
Coming up on 1 minute to go here in round number 4. This one's scheduled for 5 for the featherweight world belt. Currently on the waist of Urijah Faber, who's on top and in control right now and dishing out the punishment to Jens Pulver. But as we've mentioned, over the course of these first 4 rounds, Jens Pulver has been able to answer it after taking devastating after devastating shot from the champ.
And Jens is guard too. He's not winning the ground battle because you can see the way he's holding on. He's just trying to tie Urijah up, clinch him like a boxer would try to smother a guy. He's using his guard effectively to try to block a lot of the strikes Urijah's throwing. See how he's holding his own ankle over the top? Urijah here is just trapped. But there's really no danger coming right now from Jens. He's not doing any kind of threatening maneuvers. His hips aren't moving side to side. He's not attempting to do anything besides minimize the damage and get this fight started back on his feet. So right now, this whole time they've been on the ground, in the judge's mind, the clock has to start. He's winning the ground battle right now. And
Less than 10 seconds to go. So we will see a fifth and final round with the belt on the line when we return live to Sacramento. Here we go, the fifth and final round for the featherweight world title. Jens Pulver has answered the bell every single time, and there's mutual respect as they come to the center of the cage.
I definitely have Urijah's won every round of this fight. Again, it's been a war, but he's won each individual round. You can't just judge a fight by the totality of the fight. It's round by round. So really, Jens needs a knockout to win, or a submission. He needs to end this fight. Winning this round alone, in my opinion, will not win him the fight. So we're going to see if he comes out with that kind of devastation. You go ahead and try to take out Urijah.
You know what's great about Urijah Faber? We've seen this in other fights before. Fighters that have the fight pretty much won on their minds and their cards' mind, they'll come in and coast. Urijah is still coming full speed ahead. He wants to shut this thing down.
See, there's the right hand. That's been the punch that's really been, that's been the success of this fight so far for Urijah. Everything he's done has pretty much been set off that lead right hand. The left hooks, the jabs, everything's been because that lead right coming out, faking it for the shot. There we go. Faked it through the right hand. And the body kick's also been very effective.
With 3 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this fight, we have seen an absolute classic here from both fighters. Urijah Faber and Jens Pulver delivering after all the buildup and the hype. The fans came out in droves, sold out Arco Arena, and these guys have certainly delivered.
It was a nice 1-3 combination. Urijah threw the jab, came across with the hook, and then fired off the straight right hand. Speed, that's like I said, the detail of this fight is that Urijah Faber, you know, we say a lot about his conditioning, but his quickness is unreal. He's so quick.
Frank, had I asked you before this fight started that it was going to go all 5 rounds, what would your thought have been?
I would have thought it was realistic. Remember, I said it was going to be a war. We were going to definitely see Urijah Faber pushed. We were going to see somebody he wasn't going to steamroll through. And this is what we've seen. We got to see a champion go out there and test himself against another fierce competitor to see what the champ is made out of. We've seen him hurt. We've seen him almost finish Jens and have Jens come back and hurt him. And we've seen him recover. Look at the stand-up game we got to see from Urijah. He's dug deep.
Coming up on 1 minute to go, the final minute of this featherweight title bout between Urijah Faber on the right side of the screen and Jens Pulver. Less than a minute to go, and everyone in Sacramento inside the Arco Arena are up on their feet. What a battle this has been. Faber looks to retain that belt, and Jens Pulver looking for a miracle right here to try to pull something off. Faber's just on his game tonight.
He is unbelievable. With the body lock there, stepping across, he's going to take the back. Jens Pulver just sat through, didn't get his back taken. Urijah Faber's in a good position now to sit out the last 25 seconds. I think now it's foregone conclusion he's just won this fight. I don't see Urijah Faber or Jens Pulver
He's
doing
getting the
anything.
signal. The California Kid is given the hang loose signal. Something he normally reserves for the end of the fight. We're into the final 10 seconds. What can you say? An epic battle. An absolutely epic battle and mutual respect for both fighters. We will be back, find out who the winner is, talk to the winner when we return to Arco Arena in Sacramento, California. This has been a world bout only on Versus. Welcome back to Sacramento, California, the conclusion of a featherweight war for the belt. We go inside the cage. Joe Martinez has the official word.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 of the most exciting rounds ever in the featherweight division, we go to the scorecards. And one more time, Sacramento, for the 2 best featherweights in the world. Let's hear it. And here are your judges' scoring totals. Judge Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 50-45. Judge Richard Bertrand and Marcos Rosales come to the same score of 50-44. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision and still WEC featherweight champion of the world, the California Kid, Urijah